Aboard the starship Galactic Goofmobile, sleek and powerful, it hurtled through the vast expanse of the cosmos. Leah, the fearless captain, gazed intensely at the swirling vortex ahead, the void's maw. Hudson, the gruff but loyal first mate, muttered, his voice heavy with apprehension. A chilling laughter echoed through the ship's comms, sending shivers down everyone's spines. "Foolish mortals, the Celestial Relic will be mine!" Leah clenched her fists, her eyes burning with determination. "Not while we draw breath, Shadow King. The fate of the universe hung in the balance. The Celestial Relic, a source of unimaginable power, was the prize. They were the last bastion, the last hope against the Shadow King's reign of darkness. Galactic Goofmobile was their only means of escape." The Goofmobile seemingly shuddered as the Shadow King's legion descended upon them, a swarm of grotesque creatures with eyes burning like embers. Blasts of energy lit up the void as Bastien, the team's bombardier, unleashed a barrage of plasma cannon blast. Someone shouted, "Hold the line!" Bastien, a lithe Frenchie with glowing blue light, fired energy bolts from his suit's cannons, while Hudson, a hulking figure in power armor, fended off shadowy creatures with his energy shield. Boudreaux, the team's tech whiz, manipulated the ship's defenses, creating energy barriers and tractor beams. The battle raged, a whirlwind of light and shadow, each clash echoing the fate of the universe. Leah, wielding her energy blade, fought with unmatched ferocity, her movements a blur as she cut through the Shadow King's minions. But for every enemy that fell, two more seemed to take their place. They couldn't keep this up forever. Just as hope seemed to dwindle, Hudson's voice crackled through the comms. He said, "Guys, I think I found a way to disrupt the Shadow King's connection to our dimension." A sliver of hope, a chance to turn the tide. But it was unstable. It required a massive energy surge, more than the Galactic Goofmobile could generate. Hudson was instructed to overload the core and channel it through Leah's suit. Leah was warned that it was too dangerous, but Leah insisted, saying it was their only chance, and asked for trust. As Hudson initiated the overload, the Galactic Goofmobile pulsed with raw energy, bathing Leah in a blinding light. Bastien and Hudson fought with renewed vigor, holding back the relentless onslaught, buying Leah precious time. Leah could feel the power coursing through her veins, a symphony of energy threatening to overwhelm her. With a surge of willpower, she focused the energy, channeling it into a single devastating blast. The blast ripped through the void, striking the Shadow King's ship head-on, the echoes of his screams swallowed by the vast emptiness. The vortex that was the void's maw began to collapse in on itself, the Shadow King's grip on their dimension weakening. As quickly as it began, the battle was over, leaving a stunned silence in its wake. They had won, but at a cost. The Shadow King would return and they would be ready. The Galactic Goofmobile, battered but not broken, limped away from the remnants of the void's maw. Leah, drained but alive, leaned against the railing of the bridge, gazing at the stars that now shone brightly once more. The universe was safe for now, but deep down Leah knew this was only a battle, not the end of the war. The Shadow King would return, and they would be ready. The Galactic Goofmobile's crew, now hailed as heroes, were invited to the Galactic Council. Leah, still recovering, was determined to ensure the Shadow King's defeat was permanent. The council chamber was a grand hall, filled with representatives from every corner of the galaxy. Leah stood before them, recounting their harrowing battle and the need for vigilance. The council members listened intently, their faces a mix of awe and concern. As Leah spoke, a mysterious figure watched from the shadows, their intentions unclear. Back on the Galactic Goofmobile, the crew was immersed in the painstaking process of repairing their beloved ship. The atmosphere was a blend of determination and urgency, each member focused on their task, knowing that their journey was far from over. Amidst this flurry of activity, Boudreaux, the ship's tech genius, stumbled upon an anomaly within the ship's logs. His eyes widened as he realized it was a hidden message, encrypted by an ancient civilization long thought extinct. The message was a dire warning about the Shadow King's true nature, revealing secrets that had been buried in the sands of time. The ancient text spoke of a hidden artifact, an object of immense power that could seal the Shadow King away forever. Leah, still recovering but ever resolute, gathered the crew to share this newfound knowledge. The room fell silent as the gravity of their next mission settled in. "We have to find it," Leah declared, her voice unwavering, "but the journey will be perilous." The crew exchanged determined glances, their resolve stronger than ever. They knew the path ahead would be fraught with danger, but they were ready. The Galactic Goofmobile, now more than just a ship, was a beacon of hope in the vast expanse of the galaxy. With their hearts steeled and their mission clear, they prepared for their next adventure, knowing that the fate of countless worlds rested on their shoulders. The journey to find the artifact took the crew of the Galactic Goofmobile to the edge of the galaxy, to a planet shrouded in mystery. As they descended through the atmosphere, the planet's surface revealed itself as a barren wasteland, scorched by time and devoid of life. But Leah knew that the true secrets of this world lay beneath its desolate exterior. With determination etched on their faces, the team ventured into the depths. The entrance to the ancient ruins was concealed behind a labyrinth of rock and dust, almost as if the planet itself was guarding its secrets. As they navigated through the narrow passages, they encountered traps and puzzles left by an ancient civilization, designed to deter intruders. Each step was a test of their resolve and intellect, but the crew pressed on, their goal clear in their minds. Suddenly, a hidden passage opened up, leading them to a cavernous chamber. There, they stumbled upon a group of survivors, remnants of the ancient civilization who had been hiding from the Shadow King's minions for centuries. These survivors, weary but resilient, shared their knowledge and resources with the Galactic Goofmobile's crew. They spoke of the artifact's resting place within the Hidden Citadel, a fortress buried deep within the planet's core. The survivors' eyes gleamed with hope as they joined forces with Leah and her team, their combined strengths forming an unbreakable alliance. Together they prepared for the final leg of their journey, knowing that the fate of the galaxy depended on their success. With hearts and minds united, they ventured deeper into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges awaited them in the Hidden Citadel. The path ahead was treacherous, but their resolve was unwavering. The artifact was within reach, and with it, the power to seal the Shadow King away forever. As the team delved deeper into the ruins, the air grew dense with anticipation. The crew of the Galactic Goofmobile, accompanied by their new allies, navigated through the labyrinthine passages with a renewed sense of purpose. Each step brought them closer to the heart of the Hidden Citadel. Finally, they entered a grand chamber, its walls adorned with ancient symbols and glowing inscriptions. At the center stood a pedestal upon which rested the artifact, a crystal pulsating with a mesmerizing energy. Its light filled the room, casting a radiant glow on the faces of the explorers. But their moment of discovery was short-lived. The ground trembled as the Shadow King's minions closed in, their presence a dark cloud looming over the chamber. The crew braced themselves, their hearts pounding with the imminent threat. A fierce battle erupted, the clash of weapons and the cries of combat echoing through the ancient halls. The team and their newfound allies fought valiantly, their resolve unshaken by the overwhelming odds. Each strike, each parry was a testament to their determination. In the midst of the chaos, Leah's eyes locked onto the artifact. With a surge of adrenaline, she made her way to the pedestal, her fingers trembling as she reached for the crystal. As her hand closed around it, a wave of energy surged through her, connecting her to the ancient power within. With a focused mind and a determined heart, Leah activated the artifact. A blinding light erupted from the crystal, creating a barrier that repelled the Shadow King's forces. The minions recoiled, their dark forms disintegrating in the face of the artifact's power. As the battle subsided, the crew and their allies stood victorious, their breaths heavy with exhaustion but their spirits unbroken. The artifact, now glowing with a steady light, was in their possession. They had succeeded in their mission, but the final confrontation with the Shadow King still awaited. With the artifact secured, they returned to the Galactic Goofmobile, their minds set on the challenges that lay ahead. The fate of the galaxy rested on their shoulders, and they were ready to face it head-on. The final battle was approaching, and with the crystal's revelation, they held the key to victory. The journey was far from over, but their resolve was unwavering. The power of the artifact would guide them, and together they would confront the darkness that threatened their world. The final battle took place in the heart of the galaxy, where the Shadow King had amassed his forces. The Galactic Goofmobile, now fully repaired and upgraded, led the charge. The crew fought valiantly, using every trick and tactic they had learned. The skies lit up with the fury of their conflict, starships clashing in a ballet of destruction and hope. Leah, wielding the artifact, confronted the Shadow King in a climactic showdown. The air crackled with energy as they faced each other, the weight of their destinies hanging in the balance. The artifact's power was overwhelming, a beacon of light against the encroaching darkness. But it was Leah's determination, her unyielding spirit, and the unwavering support of her crew that gave her the strength to prevail. With a final, devastating surge of energy, Leah channeled the artifact's power. The Shadow King roared in defiance, but his dark essence was no match for the combined strength of Leah and the artifact. The light enveloped him, sealing him away in a prison of his own making. His reign of terror was finally ended, his shadow dissipating into the void. As the dust settled, the crew of the Galactic Goofmobile stood victorious. The galaxy, once shrouded in fear, now basked in the light of a new dawn. They had faced the darkness and emerged triumphant, their bonds forged in the crucible of battle unbreakable. The artifact, now a symbol of their unity and strength, would guide them as they rebuilt and healed. The final confrontation had ended, but their journey continued. The galaxy, vast and full of wonder, awaited their exploration, and together they would face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that the power within them was limitless. The Shadow King was no more, but the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the strength discovered would remain forever. The crew of the Galactic Goofmobile had become legends, their story a beacon of hope for all who would follow. With the Shadow King defeated, the galaxy began to heal. The Galactic Goofmobile's crew were celebrated as heroes, their names etched into history. Monuments were erected in their honor, and songs were sung of their bravery. Leah, now a legend, continued to lead her crew on new adventures, always ready to protect the galaxy from any threat. The bond between the crew members grew stronger, their friendship and loyalty unbreakable. They had faced the ultimate darkness and emerged victorious, their unity a testament to the power of hope and courage. Each member of the Galactic Goofmobile's crew became a symbol of resilience, their stories passed down through generations. Leah's leadership was unparalleled, her wisdom and strength guiding her crew through the unknown. She inspired those around her, her unyielding spirit a beacon of hope in the vastness of space. The story of Leah and the gang became a guiding light, encouraging future generations to stand against the darkness. As they ventured into new frontiers, the crew of the Galactic Goofmobile knew that their legacy would live on. They had not only saved the galaxy, but also shown that even in the face of insurmountable odds, unity and determination could triumph. Their journey was far from over, but they faced it with confidence, knowing that together they could overcome any challenge. The galaxy, though vast and filled with uncertainties, now had a new hope. The heroes of the Galactic Goofmobile had proven that no matter how dark the night, the dawn would always come. And so they continued their voyage, exploring new worlds and protecting the peace they had fought so hard to achieve. Their story, a beacon of hope and courage, would inspire countless others to rise and face the shadows. The legacy of Leah and her crew was a testament to the enduring power of heroism and the unbreakable bond of friendship. Their adventures would echo through the stars, a reminder that true strength lies within, and together they would always shine the brightest light.